So 12th of August, 12th of August 2024. The moon in Scorpio, that's all it says. So, the song is that one that says I don't want the world to see me. Not sure who it's by. Everybody else will be screaming at the screen saying they know what it is, but I don't know the title. We've got Odin, so the All-Father, so dads could be important, somebody in spirit, maybe. We've got Taurus, we've got 12th house, well done spirit, and we've got Venus. So Taurus, love, the mother energy, so mum and dad. Good morning, Aliash. He was very active yesterday, trying to escape the cage. He wants to come out for a fly. He's used to flying, but I don't know how to get him back in, so I'm afraid he's got to stay in there. So, and I don't want him escaping out the windows. The windows are all open. So I don't want the world to see me, because I don't think they know who I am. Maybe somebody's retreating because they don't feel seen or heard. This is Odin's card, because he hung himself out for 9 days and 9 nights to learn the runes from the Norns. So again, well done spirit. He also lost an eye, I believe, so there could be an eye injury somewhere. Somebody suffering with their eyes. So it's the ultimate sacrifice, really. It's Groundhog Day. It's being hung out to dry. It's Prometheus who gave humans fire, and the gods were angry because they need to learn themselves. So they hung him out to dry, and his liver was pecked out by a hawk every day and healed every night, and every day went through the same pain. So it may feel like that to you. Someone wants to escape. I don't want the world to see me. So let's see, Pisces energy, which is the 20th of February to the 20th of March, thereabouts. There he is, in the last part. So this could take some time. It's certainly not at the beginning of the day. There's the Scorpio energy in the reverse. So it's about staying in your comfort zone. Got issues with the reproductive organs and shared resources. It's about the home and family life, Cancer. It's about the team working together. It's about you taking back control of your life and getting back on track. For some of you, that means the purchase of a new vehicle. It is the breasts and the abdomen, healing. Someone's coming home. There's a welcome at the door. After a battle, a homecoming. You've got the head injury there, like I said, might be an eye injury. But there's an injustice that's taken place. Somebody's been sat on the fence. This is about the colon, the prostate, the loins, the marital home, legal matters and open enemies. Libra is the 21st of September to the 21st of October. 9 days. Because in the next 8 days, something is about to happen out of the blue, out of nowhere, that we are not going to like. Some actions taken will be negative. There's the Scorpio moon. Things hidden. Again, Libra energy. 2 years of juggling, of trying to do everything by yourself, of not asking for help. Spinning plates, but you can't keep them all spinning forever. Something's got to give. And there we are today, positive energy. Your sacrifice will be worth it, but you must put your boundaries in place. Don't be the victim, and certainly don't make yourself the martyr. Number 7 or 25, therefore, is the biggest clue we've got and the most important one. So July, or 7th house of Virgo. Those born in the year the horse could be important, but this is about teamwork. Putting your boundaries in place, not doing things alone. You've got to work together. But there he is, all mouth and no trousers, not putting his money where his mouth is, not taking action. To do this. And Mother Earth is crying. Nothing can grow in barren lands. The crops may fail. Mother may ail. It's terminations of contracts, vows, friendships, even pregnancies. It's failed pregnancies. It's the military. It's May the 31st, November the 11th. It is, above all, the 3 and the 30. Wherever you see it, negative energy. So we need a new team, because this team isn't working. This team isn't taking any action. The green light of go from Spirit. Build a new foundation. Work together to make a new business, a new life, a new friendship, whatever it is. Things are coming to light. Things are being illuminated. Something that was a puzzle is now clear. Holidays, travel, children, happiness returning. 19, the sun. The sun will rise once more. But there is a passing, an ending, a death. A betrayal that we must heal from. 10 weeks. Enough is enough. Stick a fork in me, I'm done. An end to pain, physical and emotional. We do not see everything because it's been hidden from us. Somebody is taking credit for what we've done or is doing something behind our backs. Financial success is what this is all about. Possibly connected to a Leo. So we've got Leo there. So wherever it is in your chart. This is somebody who provides. Again, we have justice, but now it's the 8 or 26. Libra. Law courts, legal matters. Coming off the fence and making a legal decision or weighing things up and being just and fair. So the justice must be served and it must be seen to be served, which is the most important thing. But because it was in the last pile, we may have to wait a while. We may have to hang about for a bit longer. Artists, painters, those who work in the arts, maybe. Yep, you're with the wrong team. There are those who see when they're shown, and those who will never see. You've got to stop wasting your time, banging your head against a brick wall, and come home to who you truly are. Walk away. Leave the misery of the past behind for new horizons. And then they bring success. With this new foundation, this new team, things will work out. So we're at the crossroads again. And remember, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing and expecting a different outcome. The moon is in Scorpio, we know this. The 18th and the 19th, and that's when the full moon is occurring. We cannot see the future clearly. This is a path of blood and tears, but it's needed to birth this new beginning. And you're not meant to see what the outcome will be because it would colour your judgment and change your choices. Children, nostalgia, looking back on the past, someone from your past possibly returning. Fond memories of the past, too many. A toxic situation where you are being used, manipulated, and treated like a puppet on a string. Selling your soul for shiny baubles. So somebody is all about the finances. Not to put your boundaries in place and say no. Free yourself. Don't sign anything legal, especially. Don't agree to anything under duress. You need to heal. Chiron, wounded healer, Virgo energy. It's slow and steady wins the race. Those in uniform, possibly those of a dark complexion, possibly those with a scar on the leg, the limp, the amputation, crowds, arenas. You cannot heal others until you heal yourself. So Odin, it's why he hung himself out to learn the runes, so that he could rule with wisdom. So Odin, Othila, apple is dear to all men. If they may enjoy there at home, so the home life again, whatever is right and proper in continual prosperity. This is Epple or Ethel, the letter O. The oldest literal meaning of this rune is nobility or prince. Othilla is related to the first syllable of the Saxon word athlin, so an athlete. And remember that the poor people didn't have chariots, that was just for the rich. The modern German word Adele, so the name Adele, and the Dutch Edel are both derived from Othilla, and both of these words have connotations with aristocracy. The rune therefore points to the rightful claim to inherited lands and status, so legal matters possibly. It is also a noblesse oblige, the obligation of one's position in society and the duties that one owes to one's kin and people. Of course, there is always the added implication of loyalty that the people owe to their monarch. Othilla is symbolised by the hawthorn tree and the humble clover. So good luck with that, is what they're saying. Hawthorn is Aries. And Aries isn't doing anything, refusing to take action. So, it's associated with Odin, the king of the gods. This rune provides the initial letter of Odin's name and is considered especially sacred to him. Although it denotes nobility and even kingship, it also a rune of sacrifice. So, after all, what modern monarch of head of state could possibly lead a normal life? The very position implies the sacrifice of personal freedom. So we may be losing our freedom. In many cases throughout history, it has been necessary for leaders eventually to sacrifice their lives as well. So it was with Odin, who hung himself upon a windy tree to win the knowledge of the runes for the good of all. Gods of humankind alike. Until recent times, a king was thought of as representing the luck of his subjects. If he thrived, then so did the land. If he ailed, it was believed that the land and the people would suffer. At least modern monarchs do not have to worry about the sacrifice of their power if their power wanes, as was the case of ancient Europe. Othilla represents a time when hallowed traditions will become increasingly important. The rune suggests something that stands the test of time, a set of values that is fixed, immovable, and strangely comforting. In addition, the true meaning of loyalty is the most common interpretation of Othilla. The loyalty can be expressed in a number of ways. Patriotism, devotion to a particular religion or identification with a group whose aims you share. These are not your group. And those marigolds suggest the Day of the Dead, Halloween. However, group loyalty is most common in those who share heritage, namely a family. The rune may signify a rightful inheritance, but this need not necessarily mean a bequest of property or money. Although they may not be unlikely, it could denote traits that have come down from the generations that express a certain correctness of behaviour. Just going to shut the door so you can't keep twittering away. And a sense of belonging, justice and honour are also associated with the appearance of this rune. Well, the door didn't make much difference, did it? Because of the dynastic implications of Othilla, engagements and marriages can be denoted. Issues involving children or eventual heirs will turn out favourably. You may find yourself dealing with wills, property, and may need advice from an older, wiser head to chart a course through the paperwork. An advantageous move of home could be indicated too, especially so if it somehow brings you closer to your origins. But this, I think, is talking about disloyalty and the overturning of established principles. Disputes over inheritance, quarrels about money and status are equally likely when Othella is inverted. He's not going to stop, is he? Sorry about that. A loss of some kind is shown, possibly due to theft or legal chicanery. Modern interpreters often suggest that an inverted Othella predicts accidents and problems with machinery. So, be careful. 12th house, prisoners, prisons, a reintegration into society. Well, we know that some prisoners are being let out, don't we? The feet and toe issues, prisons, institutions, the colour green, the heart, the return, karma, family secrets, hidden enemies, reconnection, confinement, reparation, sacrifice, surrender, institutions, and the collective unconsciousness. The 12th house is the house of secrets. It offers an opportunity for the soul to reconnect to the whole and to bring into the light of consciousness all that was previously obscured. So bringing into the light something that was previously kept from you. There. The deceit and lies. It is where the task of reintegration is completed. The boundary of individuality is relinquished and the self-surrender back into the collective whole. Surrender back into the whole may be voluntary or involuntary. This is also the house of institutions, madness and disintegration, of deception and illusion, of family secrets. The way may be lost, a blaring occurs. There we are. And the psyche does not know who or where it is. If the soul has not yet established a strong sense of self-identity, there is nothing to surrender except your delusions, and these may take over. If a power sense of individuality has been constructed, then merging back will be a painful process. This is a place of reparation for past wrongs. Much depends on the sign and the planets in the 12th house as to whether that surrender is constructive or destructive. So love and truth is what matters, and you must be honest, just and fair. Venus in Taurus, where it likes to be. Desires sensual satisfaction, affectionate, passive, faithful, but possessive and jealous, finding deep satisfaction in marriage. Venus in Taurus falls quickly in lust, cautiously in love, and is attracted to voluptuous partners. So they don't want any skinny ones. There's the earth element, keeping us grounded, which is much needed. A new foundation stone, stability, 38, which adds up to 11, the justice. So, the Ace of Pentacles, an opportunity is coming, a gift from the gods, and you must grab that opportunity with both hands. When you do, this will set off your new beginning, create a fresh start. It could be a proposal, it could be a new home, like they said, or a new business, but the opportunity cannot be missed. Every moment of every event of every man's life plants something in his soul. So there are lessons and blessings. The name Thomas, the new seed of contemplation. Spirit giving you the seed, you must plant it and nurture it. Now is the time to draw upon your strength. Think of yourself as solid and sure as a rooted tree. You are firm, and nothing can knock you out of your spot. Earth is the element of Taurus and Virgo and Capricorn. We've got Taurus there, we've got Virgo there, we've got Capricorn there. These are the signs that keep us centered, but more aptly fastened to the ground. Our spirits become more stable, our souls deepen under the influence of earth. The earth element reminds us that we are engaged in the five senses. Our dreams become manifest in what is real, not what is imagined. Earth is the element of practicality and wisdom. Earth signs are about what's real, what can be proven, what is solid in our lives. They have to do with certainty, what can be seen and what can be felt, rather than what is imagined or dreamed. Earth tells us to take our time. There doesn't need to be any rush. We can achieve what we want while going methodical steps. It all depends on how determined and measured we are, how strong and self-assured. The Earth Element card is about finding meaning in the physical world, living free among nature, being animal and also human. The warning here is not to become stubborn. Allow others to be who they are. Don't try and control them, just take back control of your life. It is not a time for rushing or criticism. When this card comes up in a reading, it can indicate that matters are becoming rock solid and sure, or it can mean that you have to prove yourself in some tangible way at this time or very soon. The Earth Element card is about practical and landing on your feet. You will want to look out for stubbornness at present, either in yourself or others. This can indicate being fixed in your views and not willing to try something new. It implies that you may not feel it is time for change. However, action is needed. It is time to stop plodding and let go of your fears. This card is about building blocks. There we have it. The foundation stone. Where's he gone? The Three of Pentacles, sorry. It is the way you are finding a master plan of what works. This card also solidifies the focus of your reading. It is a good omen because it means you are constructing a solid base that will last. It is also about duty and being measured in all that you do. It denotes standing fast for your truth. The Earth Element card is also a sensual card having to do with appetites, where sex and expression are concerned. This may have some relevance to your question. At worst, this can represent hoarding and not being able to let go of things. Materialism may play a part in this. It may indicate working for tomorrow while not living in the now. So you are encouraged to relax, take a break and return to the garden. It's not a time to rush things. Patience is needed to get where you want to be, and a mad rush will cause this tower to collapse. Remember, the foundation must be solid. Your happiness is dependent on the structure, and that means matters are likely to progress at a slow pace and maybe a few steps back before you eventually get there. This matter is essential if you want this to last. $36, herbs, medicine, healing, Chiron. So we must first heal ourselves. Don't rush off to one situation after leaving another without healing first. The herbalist is calling to you. Have you always been drawn to herbs? It's time to venture further into learning about the botanical world, which we will at the end, which has to offer a plant spirit medicine awaiting you. Going to my throat. It's so much healing, wisdom, excitement waiting for you. You may want to study formally or just dabble, making salves and whatnot. Know that whatever path you decide to take will be full of rewards. There are so many plant spirits waiting to help you on your journey. We, like animals, can search out our own medicine. When we tune into our intuition, we bring to sense the pull to what we need. When we start working with herbs, we understand the profound change that they can create and the vast knowledge of healing they offer. We can choose to make medicines with them or create beautiful foods, or even just admire them in the garden. The uses are endless, and once you start working with them, you will never look back. They will become a part of you, and this will in turn help you attune back to nature with a sense of peace, a sense of something long forgotten. What herb or plant do you feel drawn to? Are you drawn to particular colours or smells? Is there a plant that only seems to grow where you live? What is the herb you tend to see everywhere? This is them reaching out to you, so take notice of what you see and dig a little deeper on what they mean and why they may be showing up in your life. The new doorway awaits. So there's the doorway and there's the doorway. So the gift from Spirit is a new, fresh start. Don't be a sheep. The number 7 says 25 is positive, but 7 is a challenge. Those born in the year of the sheep could be important. In bulk, February the 1st, St. Bridget's Day, the day that I began Soul Pool page on Facebook the second time around. It is the Celtic cross quarter holy day that welcomes the first sign of spring. The young lambs are born, the snowdrops push their way through, so we may have to wait till spring. And the days are lengthening. The goddess Bridget walks over the land, bringing with her the beginnings of warmth and invigorating new life. Like all Celtic days, Imbolc is the sunset to sunset, so it incorporates Groundhog Day. Well done, Spirit. So Groundhog Day is the hanged man. It's hanging about in limbo for some reason, so spring will be important. It's the return of the sun. There we go. When things come to light, when things are illuminated. More time is needed before your dream or wish is ready to come forth. Do some more planning and don't rush. Purity, beginnings, light. I welcome goodness into my life. How can you purify your spirit? Well, washing your feet is one of the ways in which we purify the soul. And the name ivy could be important. The ivy could even be poison ivy. Hedera helix, whichever way you want to say it. I haven't had this one before. It's number 14. So finding balance, patience. The Latin name Hedera helix. Saturn, Venus, which we've got in the dice, the Moon, which is Scorpio, and Jupiter. Air and earth. So a dust storm. The magical meaning. The English ivy twists and turns as it grows up walls, fences, and even other trees, often becoming an invasive problem as it can kill off other vegetation, particularly in parts of the United States, being a very opportunistic plant that easily takes root. So an invasive invader. A romantic image of ivy has it growing up old schools, classic institutions, and of course graveyards. So problems within old schools and classic institutions. Magically, as an evergreen whose berry fruit feeds the birds in the winter months, it can be used in prosperity and healing magic to survive and even to thrive in lean times of misfortune and illness. The vines naturally play a role in binding magic, used for protection and binding harm. So you may need to unbind yourself from this toxic energy. So the unbinding spell could be important. The vines naturally play a role. An ivy wreath upon the door is both protective and a blessing. In folklore, women carried ivy leaves hidden upon them for good fortune, giving it a feminine association. And in Yuletide lore, ivy and holly, which we had yesterday, are intertwined as Lady and Lord of the Green, so mother and father, neither losing their colour or leaves in the cold winter. The spirit medicine of ivy is one of grounding in the material and in the body, even when to do so is painful. When we experience shock and trauma, our consciousness often flees the body, and if that state lingers, it leads to a range of spiritual and psychological problems, so mental illness. Ivy coaxes us back to our body, to be grounded, rooted. But some of you are saying, I don't want the world to see me. Particularly when we may feel like life is not worth living and do not want to survive the trauma. Ivy helps us reach for the light, but survive in the dark times until the light of our lives returns. Ivy helps us build a strength and toughness without sacrificing our sensitivity. It helps us find opportunities in misfortune to grow and thrive, despite it being difficult to do so. So reach up and out while remaining rooted. When Ivy appears in a reading, Ivy climbs the ancestral Celtic cross as she spreads her angelic wings under the waning moon. How can you grow in a situation without losing your roots? What must you bind to protect you or bring closer to you to unite with it? Ivy can indicate good luck and abundance even when others around you are struggling. So, I am rooted in the blessings of my life. Always be grateful, or Spirit will take more from you to teach you a lesson. Thanks for listening. Beautiful read. Bye.